wearing my comfy shirt again. Bought it for the 4th of July. Was going to an event that I thought it'd be good to wear a 4th of July themed shirt. Honestly went to Walmart. I was planning to pick out a cheap one because I was only planning to wear it once. I've never had a 4th of July themed shirt. Bought this, and I'm very pleased. It's comfortable, it's kind of cool. It's got the, I don't know, again, I don't know if it's the guys pushing up the flag on Iwo Jima or, I'm not exactly sure which island they were taking at the time, but it's kind of a cool shirt, amazingly comfy too. So I'm wearing it again today, even though it's not July 4th. Patriotism isn't just for one day of the year. Ask those the soldiers that are out there on the front lines protecting our freedoms. Pour myself some coffee. Gonna grab my gimbal. Coach Arturo concurs that it's Iwo Jima. Oopsie. What just goes on with that? We'll fix it. I don't know, I'm having some issues with that. I don't know why. Don't know why. But my gimbal doesn't seem to be as secure lately. Just show you my apartment, show you the beautiful morning we're having. Bought some roses yesterday. Oh, some little, actually this wouldn't be a bad spot. I'm gonna have some pretty yellow roses. Was at the grocery store yesterday and saw these in the aisle, and there's something about yellow roses to me, they're so beautiful. And these are neat. I don't know how long this plant lasts or what sort of care is required to keep them going. I'm sure roses probably have a season, but I don't know. I'm assuming if I keep watering the plant, I'll have a little less spectacular, but a little shrub in a pot. Maybe I'll keep growing it till next year and see if I can get the flowers back. So let's go grab some coffee. Oh. What time is it for me? It's 5:17 a.m. It is 5:17 a.m. Oh, I put on my slippers. Kind of dark, but that's what happens at 5:17 a.m. It is kind of dark. Yeah. Handful says it's 3:17 there. They must be on the West Coast. Perhaps they're in California. Yeah. It's too early. Well, then go back to bed. Good morning, sunshine. Yeah, go back to bed if it's too early. Let me light a candle. Try and create a little extra light from the front. Let's see. There we go. How much that's going to provide. But it's got a cool glow for me. Candles are neat. Wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. I couldn't even get it. I was trying to show it to you, but I lost it. Good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Friday morning. It's July 11th. It is 5:18 a.m. Happy Friday. This is a little show I've been doing for a long time. It's a show about me talking It is a show about me sharing some feelings, sharing a little bit about the ups and downs we have in life, kind of sharing the adventure that is life. At least the adventure that is my life. But what I've realized by doing this show is we all have little adventures. Life is an adventure, and it has ups and downs and highs and lows and times that we wonder why and we question things. But hopefully we keep going and make the right decisions more often than not. And we get to where we're meant to be. We don't know why we're meant to be there, but we get there anyway. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know this is not just a show about me talking. For those that have been watching a while, you know it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I have a nice hot cup of coffee. You saw me pour it. I chose my Coffee with Ken logoed cup. And my hope is wherever you are, whatever you're doing, that you have a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh. Been drinking the Black Rifle lately, and I'm all out of the Black Rifle coffee, and drinking the Starbucks Sumatra right now, and it's nice. Oh, it's so good. Man, it's so good. Good morning. It's early today. Don't even know what time I went to bed. What night was it? Thursday night, last night? What'd I do last night? Was feeling kind of verklempt a little bit, a little out of sorts. And went to a concert. There's a little park down the way. It's just on the other side of College Avenue called John's Park. I think it's called John's Park. Might be Joseph Park, but either way, it's a biblical name that starts with a J and an O. And apparently on Thursday nights at 5:30, they had fairly decent sized bands playing, and there was a pretty darn good, I guess I'd call it maybe a country, but country sort of rock band last night called like Grand Union. Don't know if anyone knows it, but Grand Union's probably a Wisconsin area band, and they play some good music, and it was kind of a fun crowd, but I wasn't really in the spirit for it. I was feeling a little distracted. Went because I wanted to get out of my house last night, and was there for a little bit. I think it'd be a great place to, bring some chairs or a blanket or and watch the show. I sat on a piece of cement. Wasn't quite as great. I'll tell you, while walking through the crowd, I would say 90% of the people in the crowd have a beer in their hand. I don't know what I'm saying, what I mean about that, or what my point is. And I don't think I don't drink. I stopped drinking about 3.5 years ago. And I don't think I think I can have a good time without drinking. I know I can. But I think I was distracted yesterday. And distracted about something going on in my life that I'm kind of working through. And yesterday didn't go quite the way I'd hoped, and was a little bit bummed and was thinking about it. So I had a hard time focusing on the music or just the beautiful night. And again, was a little bit distracted. And sometimes we get distracted. I posted a video yesterday about that. I had a viewer a couple months ago talking about mastering their thoughts, and I kind of realized maybe we never master them. And if our focus is on mastering our thoughts or mastering anything or being perfect at anything, when we have off days or nights or times, it could be a bit of a bummer because maybe we set the bar too high of mastery. So I think I was a little more accepting of my mood yesterday, which is good. Good morning, Julie Flanagan. I don't want you to have to work too hard. Should we put it to subscriber only? I noticed, poor Julie, who avoids Jesus from everything and her turns to demonic stupidness. The very people who build these nations were faithful to Jesus. Coach Arturo, stop asking such heavy questions first thing in the morning. You know, I don't know that you're a real person, Coach Arturo. And you asking first thing in the morning if we should have repealed Roe v. Wade just is weird. Would anyone else agree with that? I got a viewer named Coach Arturo. I don't know who he is. But if you're hopping on a show first thing in the morning and you're asking if we should have repealed Roe v. Wade at 5:15 in the morning, it just seems kind of weird. I'm doing my intro. I'm having my first sip of coffee. I don't know. And again, it's not the you know, I like good conversation, but I don't know. It doesn't have to be so hard hitting all the time. Reagan says you think we should aim to master our mind, but not expect to master it. Well, I think that's probably what I'm saying, but using different words maybe, or definitional, just variations on the same thought. Aim to get a little better every day, or strive to get a little better every day. Or I guess if you're just saying we're aiming, but if we are aiming for something, we never expect to hit the target. I don't know. But anyway, it's Friday morning. Had the last 3 days off. I'm back to work today. And I don't know if I'm looking forward to it or not. It's going to be a long day. I can't say I'm truly looking forward to it. Do I have any coffee this morning? Yes, I'm drinking coffee. Shepherd Rose. Now that's a good question. What was the impetus, and I like that word, for my salacious Irish Spring shower video? We had an in-depth conversation yesterday. We had an in-depth conversation yesterday about whether I should throw out my bar of Dial soap and replace it with my preferred soap, which is Irish Spring. And despite Julie Flanagan begging me to keep the Dial soap, which is at best a B-string soap in my opinion, I threw it out and got myself some Irish Spring. And I was so excited to take a shower. You know, the video, I actually had to work. Most of my videos don't require any production time at all. That one required a little bit because I had to find a way to put my phone in the shower. And I don't have any like hanging baskets or anything like that, or shelves in there where I could put it on. So I knew I had a roll of duct tape somewhere I bought last year when I was driving through Yellowstone, or just outside of Yellowstone on my scooter. My grip on my scooter was falling apart, so I stopped in an Ace Hardware and picked up some duct tape. So I knew I had some duct tape somewhere in the house. I had to find it, and I was so excited when I found it, because then I was able to tape my phone to the wall and shoot that very awesome video. Oh, Shepherd Rose. Well, I was a little worried about that. I was a little worried that I would cause a massive migration away from women to, a massive migration of women from their men towards Coffee with Ken, because it was that sexy. Aaron T asked if I did my Chicago trip yet. You remember I saying that I had to go there? Yeah, I did. I was there on, what day was I there? Wednesday. I was there on Wednesday. That's why I didn't do my show. You didn't watch it, Julie? I mean, you don't have to watch it. It's not even that salacious. It makes me laugh. I don't know. I'm showering. And I'm doing a video. I mean, it's definitely G-rated. It could have been a commercial. Yeah. It looks like kind of a commercial. Did I read the Bible today? No. But I have one sitting over there. Do you see it? I have a Coffee with Ken painting and a Bible sitting over there. I've never owned a Bible till a few weeks ago. So I'm getting closer to reading it today. I am a natural with the camera. It's like Spielberg, but just a dietary version of it. Well, I appreciate that. Would I send it to Irish Spring? Could get some sort of influencer marketer deal. Well, I'm hoping. I mean, I'm not saying it's not like a heavily produced. It's not, I mean, it's obviously it's not heavily produced. I'm using my phone. I taped it to the wall of my camera and I hit play on the phone and that is what came out. Me trying to do an Irish accent and extol the pleasures of waking up in the morning with Irish Spring. Alpha World says, yep, that Bible will do wonders in my life. Demons flee and miracles work. I think it already has done wonders, and I've never read a page. I was struggling with some things. Again, I'm going through some familial issues, family issues, and we're working through it as divorced people work through family issues. And it's been weighing heavily on me a little bit over the last, honestly, all my relationship with this person has been weighing heavily on me. And we created two beautiful little babies together that I think deserve and need love from both their mother and their father. And I'm trying to make sure that happens for them. And it's weighing heavily on me, and I'm not exactly sure how to make that happen. Yeah. So anyway, I woke up during the night and was worried about it a lot. And I talk about a faith journey or whatever that means a lot on this show. And 6 years ago, I was in a really dark place. And again, about 3 or 4 years ago. And it was before I had really any faith. So I was experiencing a lot of fear. And I woke up during the night and I was feeling fearful and worried and what have you. But I kind of realized fear is the absence of faith. And they almost can't exist together. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Do I have any paranormal experiences or stories of that nature you might want to share? Not right now. I think my gimbal is possessed. Sometimes it works just fine. Sometimes it'll go whoomp. I think outside of my gimbal being possessed, no paranormal experiences. Do I believe in ghosts? Not like haunting. I feel there's stuff out there, that spirits out there, and I lost my mother and a brother and a sister in the last 5 years, and I feel they're out there. I don't even know what that means or what it looks like. I don't even know what that looks like, but I'm not talking about like rattling chains and saying boo type of ghosts. But in spirits, I think our spirit does kind of live on in some form or other. So what do I have for you this early Friday morning? Hello, Marilyn, or Marlon. I woke up, and as is a bad habit, I looked at a YouTube video, and there was a guy on there, or maybe it was TikTok or something, and he was talking about how to build a huge audience and a huge revenue generating video or content creation business. And it almost felt like a bucket or a gut punch a little bit. And I know it shouldn't matter, and comparison is the thief of joy, as they say. But this guy goes online, finds some topic. It can be the NBA, it can be rap videos, it can be medieval times, it can be really anything. And finds the top competitors' description in their YouTube channel, copies it, pastes it into ChatGPT. They come up with a different version of it. And within a half hour, short period of time, he has a very professional seeming video without actually speaking or being on camera at all. And I talked about it a few months ago. I started watching a lot of videos by these called the Stoics, which are these Roman and Greek ancient philosophers, if you will. And I think they have a lot of good messages in handling life and handling adversity and relationships and highs and lows and what have you. And I was enjoying listening to them, but I realized none of the voices that I was hearing or the audio on the video, it's kind of confusing, audio on the video, was real. And occasionally, as this happens, when you're using one of those fake voices, they'll come across a word and not know how it's pronounced correctly. And they might call it like Wednesday, because Wednesday is spelled kind of funny, or something like that. And anyway, so this guy talks about how to build a mega huge, and he's got these platinum plaques behind him on his wall. I've talked a lot about it before here on YouTube. I'd like to get one of those plaques that said I achieved 100,000 subscribers. And I've been doing this show for a while. I've been here on YouTube for, 5 months, since February, I think. maybe since late January. And different platforms before that. But I was kind of wondering, and maybe this is just connected to the fear and doubt I'm feeling. People have always said, oh, you should be on the radio, or you should do a podcast, or you have a great voice, or whatever. Do audiobooks. And I'm wondering if YouTube is the platform where people look. Maybe it doesn't matter whether people look for it. It's just whether they find it. But either way, where people go to see a live talk show, to see this sort of content. I think most of the viewers that hop on this platform are surprised to see a guy drinking a cup of coffee having a regular conversation. And while it's nice to be a pleasant surprise to these random viewers, and I've often wondered, what is the value? I was wondering, what is the value of doing a podcast? And I'd never really understood it, and people were always saying you should do a podcast, and I'm going, well, I kind of think this is a podcast. And I don't even know how to do a podcast or what even a podcast really is. But I'm wondering if you put this, and I'm not saying this content is great, but it's enough that you guys are here watching it right now. But if I put this sort of show on a podcast platform, if it would be in front of the right audience, whatever the right audience is. But then again, I think if you build it, they will come. And I think the right people are finding this at the right time, and I think things are happening for a reason. So I go back and forth. As against AI, I mean, I'm not that against AI or that technologically frightened, but as a guy that grew up and was born in '68 and watched The Terminator when he was 15 or 16 years old, somewhat skeptical of the power or concerned about the powers of AI. I thought how easy it would be to go on ChatGPT and say, hey, how do you start a podcast? Janet says maybe have a topic for each show. I don't think that's the issue at all. I think my lack of topic is part of what makes it charming. Purple film their podcast on YouTube. I don't know what that means. People film their podcast on YouTube. And maybe that's what this is. This is skipping the podcast part of it, and me just doing my podcast on YouTube. Why does alcohol cause depression? I don't know. Well, it's a depressant, they say. It's poisonous, it makes you do stupid things, and it costs a fair amount of money. So I don't know that it causes depression. I think for many it's the solution to depression. And I know for me it used to be, and I used to drink it because I'd be bummed. And I would be depressed going in and hoping that alcohol was the answer for it. And alcohol is certainly not the answer for depression. But you can put it on podcast platforms. What do you mean by that, Taz the Bulldog? So I could put this on this show, Friday Morning Coffee with Ken, or whatever this show is, on some sort of podcast platform? Because I think I think the goodness of this show is so put this on Spotify, All right, I'm gonna write that down. It's a little goal. Where am I gonna write it down? Hold on. Hold on. Are you guys still holding on? I'm still over here looking for a piece of paper. I think things happen for a reason. I have a bill that I haven't paid yet. My electric bill. I probably should think about paying that before my power gets shut off. Hold on, I'm gonna grab some coffee while I'm up. So you're saying post this content, this very show on Spotify. Spotify or iTunes. So I get the audio from this show and post it on Spotify or iTunes. Because this is a podcast, if you will. But the good thing about YouTube versus if I went on Spotify and tried to do a show over there, you are a premium member at Spotify, Shepherd Rose. You pay $15 a month. And you think I could put this content, get the audio from this show, and post it to Spotify. Create an account there. And that would be my podcast. So do this as the platform for creating the show. I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that because I enjoy the engagement the audience provides. I don't want to take calls or I don't want to interview people, even the video optionally. It would be easier to do the video. All right, so Shepherd Rose says, so I'm going to take this. Maybe I'll start with yesterday's because it's already downloaded. I will take it to Spotify and create a Spotify account of some sort, somehow. I assume it's like creating an account here on YouTube. And post it there. And that way for people that are driving around or listen to podcasts, that want to hear whatever this is about would find. We'll see. All right. All right, I can do that. And you think Spotify's the way to go? All right. But you wouldn't get to see my pretty face. Do I still keep a schedule or goal book? I just watched that live with my stepdaughter after she forgot to do her homework. No, I don't keep a schedule. After she forgot to do her homework. Were you showing it to her? Because it's funny, about 6 months ago, I was feeling really, I can't tell you. Watch my shows. Watch my shows. Because some of the stuff I'm dealing with now, I was dealing with back then. It wasn't easy. I mean, I live in a pretty apartment with a nice view and the sunrise and in a coffee machine. And a cool painting on the wall from Julie and a Bible on the counter from my daughters. I don't have a bookshelf yet, but so in the meantime, I'm using that. I mean, I got big windows. I've got cool plants. I've got a futon, a TV. I had none of this 6 months ago. I was in my car. I've come a long way. I'm going to keep coming a long way as long as I can keep a positive attitude. And I think having faith is a key ingredient in having a positive attitude. Let's see. Platform, massive catalog, exclusive shows, personalized recommendations, mobile-friendly ads on free version. What does that mean? Taz the Bulldog. You gave me too many words. I don't know what all that means. Taz the Bulldog, I look to you for all my answers, but I can't even understand your answer. It went up here. Sounded like you Googled something and you copied and pasted it and posted it. Oh, so that's my thought on that. We've talked about work. We've talked about my sullen mood yesterday. I can't go into the details of so many big aspects of my life. Like, I really don't talk about work. I mean, I'd like to be able to talk about work, but I don't really. I allude to it. I say I'm going to be there. Last year at this time, I was sitting in Yellowstone. Time goes quick. It seems like Yellowstone was a significant part of my life, but I was only really there a couple months. And it felt much, much longer than a 2-month period. Maybe it was a lifetime of experiences. Maybe it inspired me. Maybe it made me strong for the challenges I'm facing. Maybe living in the car made me strong. Yeah. A lot of times businesses will broadcast a Spotify talk show over music. Could see that playing at Angelina's or at Mile of Music in between sets. I don't know what you mean. Do you go hiking and camping a lot? No. I went to Yellowstone. Taz the Bulldog, email me info. I guess I don't know what you're even emailing me info about. Do I go hiking and camping? I was in Yellowstone to work. I was, you were highlighting the pros of uploading to Apple. Okay, well, I appreciate that, Taz. So you emailed me something, maybe with a deeper explanation. No, I went to Yellowstone last year. And I guess if somebody's new, they'd think I really wanted to look at bears and moose. But I went there for work. I was giving up on reconciliation with my second wife and needed a place to go, a place to work, a place to live. And somebody that watches my show sent me a link to jobs in national parks, and there was a waiter job available in Yellowstone. And I applied, and within a few days I was hired. And they said, meet here at 1 o'clock on May 24th. And I was like mid-April at the time, and I go, wait, I'm gonna go to Gardner, Montana and expect you to hire me? That's a long way. I was from Chicago. I don't even have a car. So the plan came together. People didn't like the idea of riding across the country because it's admittedly somewhat dangerous. But that was the best plan I could come up with, and I'm so glad I did. And rode to Yellowstone, worked at Mammoth Hot Springs Hotel, worked as a waiter, realized I kind of liked waiting tables, made pretty good money, didn't spend a heck of a lot, allowed me to cover my financial responsibilities and keep a roof over my head. And I came back to Naperville from Yellowstone last summer because my kids needed me back. And the rest isn't just history. I kid you not, I came back. I got a job at an awesome, awesome restaurant. and went through training. Like the first week I was back, it was August 1st through August 8th. And I had people that don't like me who watch my show calling and harassing the boss, the company, and got me fired. The last day of training, I walked in ready to take my sit down and wait on the boss and show him how good I was. And they said they wouldn't be needing me anymore. That was a crushing moment because I really liked that job or liked that restaurant. But I wasn't meant to be there. Yeah. Somebody says I have a magnificent shaped head. Well, thank you. I'm very, very proud of the shape of my head. Chicks dig guys with magnificently shaped heads. It's amazing that I could remain single so long with a head shaped like this. So anyway, I was watching The Chosen last night. I'm about halfway through season 2, really enjoying it. There's 5 seasons. For the first time, we've got images of crucifixions happening and Jews being nailed to crosses. I didn't know that it was such a common thing. I guess I thought that was something the Romans saved for Jesus. But apparently it was a method of execution used back then, and what a vicious method of execution it was. You saw an old video in my catalog where you said a restaurant let me go because you wouldn't sample the cocktails. Genghis Khan, it wasn't because of that. I thought it was because of that. Because I didn't understand. They didn't tell me why they let me go when they let me go. They said they wouldn't be needing me, and I thought I'd alienated somebody because I wouldn't sample the cocktails because I don't drink. And the managers there wanted everyone to taste the drinks they made so they could know how to sell them better. So that was my thought. I thought that they let me go because of that, because I knew I'd done a great job. I knew I'd worked hard. I knew I was on time, had an amazingly positive attitude. But I came across a dude that worked there a few months later, and he told me what really happened. Oh. Yeah. But anyway, don't forget there were 2 other criminals on either side of Jesus being crucified. Oh yeah, and Jesus in the show, the episode I was watching last night, walks by some guys getting crucified and looks up. It almost seems to me, and I have these great powers, and I'm the Son of God, and I'm Jesus, and I'm walking by Jews getting crucified outside of Jerusalem. I don't know. I guess I'm surprised he didn't find a way to resolve that sooner, but God works in the ways God works. Yeah. So, wow, we have a great audience this early morning. We got 50 people watching. We got 31 thumbs up. Holy Russian Empire says the Roman Empire didn't know Christianity. Their main religion was paganism until Constantine showed them Christianity on the east of the Roman Empire. Where else would you get such lessons? Oh, it's the Holy Russian Empire said that. Huh? Constantine, he of Constantinople. Gonna try to you're gonna go to the DMV today after leaving your wallet in an Uber. That's a strange comment, Shepherd Rose. Kind of out of the blue. How do you feel about Lincoln? Lincoln the president? About Lincoln the president? How much does my rent cost? Are you asking that because I did a video? I mean, I think Lincoln was I don't know, I think he's considered the best president we've ever had. I think he struggled through hard times, amazingly hard times. I think the Confederate Army was close to Washington, D.C. I think he saw us through the biggest challenge we've ever had to our country stand together. Sometimes I wonder if it was meant to stay together. But I guess I'm glad that it did. I think he was tall. He wore an interesting hat. He struggled with depression. It's a tough job when you're struggling with depression and having to deal with some of the stuff he had to deal with. Yeah. Aaron T, you asked how much does my rent cost? Is that because you saw the video of me doing the 3-bedroom? Yeah, I did a video yesterday. It was kind of fun. I used to be a realtor and shoot a lot of videos touring homes. So I did one yesterday. There was a 3-bedroom coming available in my apartment building, or my complex at least, and did a tour of it. And I honestly think that unit is designated as a lower income unit. That I don't know exactly how it works, but the guy that owns this complex gets like tax breaks for renting out a certain number of his apartments to lower income families. And I think that one that I toured yesterday is designated for a lower income family. And because of that, even though it's a 3-bedroom, the rent's gonna be lower than I'm paying here. You're just wondering, all right, well, if you're just wondering, I'm paying $1,100 a month for my apartment. It's right downtown Appleton. It's really beautiful. It's got high ceilings and huge windows and really nice sized, and it's got a laundry room and a good sized bathroom. Don't really know what you need good size. Bedroom's probably the least exciting room in the place. Somebody's asking if it's Section 8. Section 8, I don't know exactly what that is, and I was a realtor and I still don't know. I think it's not, Wisconsin has different laws that I'm familiar with, and I don't know how it works, but I know I'm friends with the property manager, and she explained to me that this unit specifically is earmarked for people with that really need it. And because of that, they are offered a rent at a really low rate. I think she said like $870 a month for a 3-bedroom in this building. And it's a pretty nice 3-bedroom. Genghis Khan says, sounds like the 3-bedroom would be perfect for a single mom with kids. It certainly would. Yeah, it certainly would. Or a single dad with kids, but a single mom with kids. I actually have a friend who is a single mom with kids, and I sent her that video. So I think it would be great for her, and I hope she gets it. because I know she's struggling, isn't happy with where she lives, and could use a bit of good fortune coming her way. I saw a different 3-bedroom in here that isn't designated for lower income. It's the weirdest dang apartment I've ever seen, really. It doesn't feel like an apartment. What's cool about this building is it's old. It's over 100 years old. And I'm on this side of the complex. It's the real old building. And the one I toured yesterday was on the newer side of the complex, a new building. But over here, they kind of create apartments out of the rooms that were in this old building. And I saw a 3-bedroom on multiple levels. I don't know, it felt almost either super cool or super crazy that it's a home, because it almost felt like you're living in a boiler room. It was so industrial. But it was super cool in the same sense, and they had a nice new kitchen in there, and instead of a window like this, they had a garage door that used to, maybe still can, open up. And yeah, it was really cool. Do I like my jobs pay-wise nowadays? Am I able to save money now? I came to Appleton. I started working really hard, and I was fortunate to find a job that hired me right away, because I needed a job that hired me right away. And they also needed somebody working a lot, so I worked as often as I could, and it's more physical than I expected, but I needed the money, and made it work. And the amount I'm making there, if I'm working full time, is enough for me to cover my financial responsibilities and keep this roof over my head, but not much more. And I found another job, and I'm trying to transition to that other job, which will give me more financial freedoms and less need to work 6 days a week. But I'm trying to transition there, and it's taken a little more time than I thought. Not 11,000 for a month. It's 1,100. Aaron T, I don't talk about what I do, really. Do you know that more than 50% of Americans believe in God, while the average in Europe and Russia is 10 to 20%? Why is that? I mean, is that true at all? Is that true at all? I have no idea why it is. I mean, yeah, I have no idea. I'm not sure that's true. I would imagine places like Spain and Italy have a much higher faith rate than the United States, but I don't know. Are workers' rights too much in Europe with all the bank holidays and siestas? I don't want to say workers' rights, but I would say I'm happy to live in the United States. Even though there's people out there struggling more than I would like. I would like less, I don't know what the homeless situation's like in Europe, but it makes me sad when I see people on street corners holding signs that say, homeless vet or pregnant mom or whatever, please help. I wish that wasn't so common, and it's not so common, but I do struggle in a country as awesome as the United States is, that we don't have a place to safely house some people with dignity. Hello, Marliz from the Philippines. Oh yeah. So, are there too many workers' rights? I don't want the government getting super involved in workers' rights. Again, at my core, I'm against minimum wages and hours worked. I'd rather not have the government decide what the minimum wage a company can pay people or how many hours a week they work. I realize that there were horrible conditions and child labor issues 100 years ago and in many parts of the world still today. And I don't like it, but I don't know what the best solution is. And having the government come in and say, hey, you got to pay your workers $16 an hour. As a capitalist, and I don't mean a capitalist means I'm conquering the world financially, because I'm not. But I like the dream of conquering the world financially. And it's not even for the money. It's not like I want to sit on a pile of cash and laugh at poor people. I just like the game. I think life is like Monopoly a little bit. Not being snarky, but if my building is priced down based on my government's subsidies, are you against that? And would I talk to my property manager about that? Shepherd Rose, are you a real person? Because I often get asked questions that seem strange, that act like you don't know who I am. And I had a guy on, I don't know, a month ago, asking, if I break up riots or talk to my property manager about their housing policies. That's not what I do. I'm not one to form a picket line. I think what I do is I drink coffee and I talk. And that's what I do. And I think that makes a difference. I don't want to discuss. I'm hopeful my friend can get this apartment. I think less government intervention is usually better. But since we have policies out there in place, and I got a woman I know that has 2 children that's living in a moldy apartment she can barely afford, I would be so excited for her if she could move into this building and take a load of stress off her and provide a home she could be proud of for her kids. Somebody says I should run for president in 2028. I don't see that. How big is my apartment? How many rooms? You mean bedrooms? How has my electric bill? I don't know. All right, how's my electric bill? I've been here 2 months and I owe $140. That's how big my electric bill is in 2 months. In New Zealand, we have a minimum wage. It doesn't really seem to make a difference regarding wealth distribution and poverty. Janet, is she my girlfriend? No. Somebody's talking about Canada. You're right, it hasn't been particularly hot. The struggles I have, and the only reason, I'm living by myself, so I'm not running a lot of things, but I'll tell you what, you see those windows behind me. Although I'm fortunate they're not western facing, although the sunsets would be beautiful. In the morning when the sun's beating through this place, you gotta have the air conditioning going, because the temperature certainly rises pretty quickly. I'm just doing a little walk around, showing off the apartment. Again, I think it's really beautiful. I love the walls. I love the high ceilings. Gonna go sit back down, see how much more we want to talk about. Oh, do I think college is a scam in 2025? Well, it's not a scam. Nobody has to do it. I'm proud of my daughter for going. I'm glad my daughter Erin is going to Iowa State. She's loving it. She's excited to go back when summer's over. She's studying to be a vet. She wants to be a vet. I don't know if she'll be a vet. I hope she is. I just hope she's happy whatever she does. I'm going to be proud of her no matter what she does. And I think she's going to be great at whatever she does. But either way, she's studying to be a vet, and probably to be a vet or a doctor or certain other professions, you need to go to college. I just think most of us don't end up in degrees or in jobs that are really very well connected to the degrees we got. And I think kids today are being pushed in a direction to decide what they want to do for a living at a weirdly young age. And here I am, 56, almost 57 years old, working in a job I never thought I'd be working at this age. But even at a younger age, I have a degree in finance. My degree in finance wasn't necessary to be a realtor for 17 years. Do I think college is a scam? It's not a scam, because would I go if I was 18 today? With the knowledge I have now, maybe not. Probably not. I did a video the other day. If I was to study something now, what would I study? I'd probably learn a whole bunch of different languages. I'd get fluent in Spanish and Chinese and Russian and English. I'm already fluent in English. And I would bring my communication skills to international companies that deal with China or Russia or anywhere in Spanish-speaking countries, or maybe learn Japanese or something. And I'll bet you I could really knock the cover off the ball in business if I could communicate in Chinese, Japanese, Russian, you name it, or Spanish, with other executives of those countries. Are you going to date any women in Appleton? I don't know, probably at some point, but I'm not in a hurry. With the new bill and setting vet school at 150 grand in borrow availability, unless you're rich, I'm not sure how you become a doctor now. Yeah, I don't know. Wouldn't a degree in finance help you make smarter choices? Nah. I mean, I don't even know exactly what a finance degree teaches you. You know, I know interest rates and supply and demand, but that's kind of economics. But I took a bunch of economics courses. I know how the stock market works and how bonds yields, you know. I know things, but I don't see how it helps with, I like to gamble. I've lived an aggressive life. Some might say I've made a lot of poor decisions, but I've made my decisions, and no degree changed who I am, because I was meant to be here right now, talking to you right now, on this show, and maybe on Spotify. Wonder how hard it is to create an account on Spotify. Turbo Christ says, I don't know you, but from the outside looking in, you seem to be very well-meaning and have good intent. I'm also very authentic and genuine. These qualities are more than rare these days. Well, thank you. I hope so. I think I am. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to trick you into anything. I'm just kind of sharing my experiences. Dan Mechanic says he thinks my degree helped more than I think because most people don't have intuition on interest rate and how quickly debt grows. Yeah, I mean, I have intuition, but believe me, I got in a lot of trouble with debt a couple different times knowing how it works. Because I've always been extremely optimistic in my own earning potential, Dan. And I always, there were times in my life where I had very large incomes, and because of that was given very large credit lines. And my income would disappear for whatever reason, or go away, or I'd have a bad year, and I would offset the loss in income by juicing up my credit lines, and I'd get in some trouble doing that. I just always thought I'd make so much money that I wouldn't have to worry about it. Have I ever taken personal loans from friends or family? Shepherd Rose, are you a real person? It seems like a weird question. Have I ever taken personal loans from friends or family? I mean, you're asking if I've ever borrowed $50 from somebody? Certainly. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously. That's why I find it a strange question, Shepherd Rose. Can anyone ever say they haven't borrowed $10 from somebody? I mean, crap, I'm probably going to loan somebody some money today. Do I play any instruments? No. I mean, no, I don't play any instruments. I played the trombone for 2 weeks. I fiddled with the piano for a little bit, but not, I mean, just played. I had a girlfriend in college who was a wonderful pianist and taught me a couple things. But no, I don't play any instruments. Do I play any, oh, you already said that. Probably means borrowing a larger amount of money. I don't know that I need to discuss my specific loans I've ever taken or given to friends and families. Well, somebody said they've done gay things to themselves before. Can you, by definition, can you do gay things to yourself? Yeah, I don't think by definition that you can do gay things to yourself. I mean, I'm not totally sure. I mean, my mind is in naughty places right now. Whoever wants to clip it and put it on TikTok. Well, I mean, I think it's kind of funny when you think about it. It seems for it to be gay, somebody else of the same sex is going to have to be involved. Right? I just think it's not the right word calling it gay. Can you meet me? Probably not. You probably can't meet me. Whoever's asking for that. Somebody wants to meet me. They probably won't. I probably won't allow it. No, I still won't allow it. You can ask me again and again. You probably could have met me if you would have not just come on my show and ask me, can I meet you? Seems a little aggressive. Now you're typing it many times. Perhaps they want to see if I can do gay things to myself. I get clipped by the same person every day on TikTok. They get very little views. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I saw somebody took my picture, used my name, and made a video with my picture, a picture of me in it, and created a fake account and was pretending to be me today. And I mean, that's happened for a while. I just don't know why anyone would pretend to be me. Richard L. wants to know, how many times does someone have to ask to meet you to actually meet you? You need a specific number. It's not really the number of times. You know, because if somebody hopped on and was genuine and was discussing a coffee shop downtown here in Appleton, I wouldn't be afraid to meet them for coffee today. Although I'm working all day, maybe tomorrow. I used to meet strangers all the time as a realtor. And there was a time that I would offer to buy anybody a cup of coffee at any time as a way to grow my real estate business. Am I watching the new Superman movie? No. Thank you, Julie Flanagan. Mobsidian is very generously offering that I could meet him or her. I don't know if Mobsidian. Wait, Mobsidian, don't you live in China? I'm certainly not going to fly to China to meet somebody named Mobsidian and buy them a cup of coffee. Although with my quest to learn other languages, and I don't think I'm really questing for it now. What is the best thing life has given me? I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking about a bunch of things. It'd be easy to say your kids. It'd be easy to say the sunrise or peace or joy. But I'm not sure. Generally want to know why that bothered me so much. I don't know what bothered me so much. And I don't know that I've been very bothered today. Do I seem particularly bothered to you? People come on and say, oh, you're so very defensive, or you're getting very angry. I don't know, I'm just being me. Hey, Mobsidian. Awesome, hello, thank you. Mobsidian sent me €2 today. That's very kind of you, Mobsidian. You asked the question above. Well, Aaron T., I'm getting bored with this conversation. I don't know what question you asked, and I don't really think I was very bothered about anything. Angry like Adam Sandler on an airplane. I don't know. How angry does Adam Sandler get on an airplane? How angry? I mean, I've seen him on an airplane in a movie. Xavier Flores, I'm not going to pray for you. I don't know who you are. You don't sound like you're in dire straits. Anger management movie, I never saw it. Have I ever had any weird dreams? Most nights I have weird dreams. Yeah. Most nights. Don't we all? I mean, I probably didn't when I used to drink every day. Yeah, I probably didn't when I was drinking every day. I don't think I really had dreams or what have you. I think when you dream, you don't get in the deep sleep that requires dreams. Do I remember a time when I laughed so hard? Aaron T., I almost don't think you're a real person because you again say it pissed me off. You keep using these really hostile terms. Somebody tell me how long Aaron T. has been an account. Because again, he just said I was pissed off. Have I been pissed off? All right, 2 days. Have you guys seen me pissed off this morning? Or very angry? How is the coffee and how's the weather this morning? The coffee's awesome. And the weather, I don't know, it looks beautiful outside. Looks beautiful outside. You can't almost see it, the clouds, or the sun. It's prettier than that view shows. But I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like today, to be honest. But the coffee's awesome. Do I think the Beatles were overrated? I don't know. No, I would say most people that know more about music than I very much respect the Beatles. And they have a huge library of amazingly popular songs that we could all sing along to today. There was probably less competition at the time. They were a different sound they were the right sound at the right time, and what have you. But do I think they're overrated? I would say most people that know more about music think they were the best band of all time. They're not my favorite band, but that doesn't mean they're overrated. Yeah. The meaning of life is to live a life that has meaning. As soon as we're born, I don't know what that means, Turbo Christ. Why do I think he's not a real person? I don't know who you're talking about, Xavier Flores. The Beatles had a very short career. What was it, about 8 years or something? Somebody says, new to my channel. Someone recommended me your channel about your ultra positivity and hope. Well, I appreciate that, art and science. I'll tell you, I'm not always. I mean, I struggle. I struggled last night. Yeah, I was worried last night, but I think I'm pretty good at recognizing my own struggles and working through them. But I appreciate that somebody recommended me or you my channel. How about you pass it along and recommend my channel to somebody else? We're going to do it the old-fashioned way. Janet, I'm not considered very attractive by most, but I'm a very nice person. Would I ever consider dating you? Well, Janet, I don't really have a whole lot of information to go on. And your opening line was, I'm not considered very attractive. You know. And again, I'm not trying to laugh at you, Janet, but that's not a lead for a Match.com profile. I'm not attractive. Most don't consider me attractive. Would I consider dating you? I mean, I don't know. Probably, I have no idea. You know, just being honest. Well, I appreciate your honesty, Janet, but you know. I don't know you at all. All I know is you say that most people don't consider you very attractive, but you're pretty nice. I'm gonna need more. What's your take on someone suffering from PTSD? What is my take? I'm fortunate. Well, I guess PTSD comes in different forms. I was immediately assuming you were talking about somebody that served in a war. I know as our thoughts go, so does our world, our lives, our reality. And if you are struggling thinking of negative images, real or fake, from your past, you're gonna have a hard time living. And I know for me, there were times when I struggled with some mental health things and would hyper focus on things that weren't healthy for me to hyper focus on. And because of that, I certainly had a hard time in relationships. There was a period in my life, I don't know if it's OCD or what have you, but like I'd date a woman for a while and I'd find out something about her past. Nothing bad about her past, but just encounter, maybe a sexual encounter she had with another man, for instance. And I would so hyper focus on that, it would tear me apart. And I don't know if it was OCD or I just didn't have control of my thoughts. But it was hard for me, and I'm sure the girl, because I'd be jealous for nothing, because the woman was just a normal person. That's not PTSD, but it's something maybe similar in that if you've experienced something, be it in a war or a traumatic event in your life, and you can't leave those thoughts, you're going to have a hard time going forward. So I feel for anybody that's struggling out there mentally. Do I believe anything happens after we die? I'm not trying to be debatable, just curious. I posted a really beautiful video. If you follow me on TikTok, it's pinned there. It's one of the top videos. Somebody asked me what happens when we die. And I don't want to try and recreate it because it was a very raw, emotional video I did. And I think it's one of my best. And it was talking about my brother Steve, who took his life. And yeah, I don't want to try and recreate that video because I won't do it justice. So yeah, what a glorious audience today. Mobsidian, I like when people send me euros because I guess a euro is worth more than $1. Somebody once sent me some currency and it seemed like a whole bunch of money. It looked like it was like 20 bucks or something. And I don't know what currency it was, but it only came out to like 43 cents. Not that I don't appreciate the 43 cents. I did think that was funny. So when Mobsidian sent me €2, it actually became $2.71. Janet, why are you so sorry? How long has Janet been an account, Julie Flanagan? Or Janet, can you just tell us how long you've been an account? Can somebody click on Janet's account and see how long she's been here? Or Janet, you talked about being honest earlier. Good morning, Opal. But I'm starting to wonder if Janet's a real person. Just signed up. Yeah. Well, see, Janet, because you just signed up, I'm starting to not believe you're a real person at all. I'm betting your name is not Janet, and you have no interest whether I would date you or not. Yeah. All right. Well, so Janet's a fake account too. I'm getting pretty good at detecting it. Can I tell you a dream I had? No, but I've had a million dreams where I am in college. It's like my last semester. I don't know where any of my classes are, and I haven't gone all semester, and I need to get to the final to graduate and pass the final, but I don't even know where the classroom is or what this topic is. And that stresses me out a lot. So I dream that a lot. Hello, Tanya Flanagan. So we've determined that Janet is a fake account too. It's funny because she actually said she's just being honest when she described herself. And she said, would I consider dating her? She's not attractive, but she's a nice person. She's just being honest. Usually when people say, I have an honest question for you, it's anything but honest. It's not a real question or a serious question. It's just an interrogation. Yeah, Richard L., I think that's probably a common dream. Yeah, I don't even know where the class is. And I'm trying to figure out and get a book and go, hey, counselor, help me out. It's May. My finals are in a week. I haven't been to class once. What's going on? I need this class to graduate. And it must be trauma from college. Yeah, you haven't studied for even one. So I don't know if college is a scam, but it scarred me. And I didn't even really have that traumatic of experience in college in terms of like grades or whatever. Yeah. How long have I been drinking coffee? I don't know, long time, 40 years. Or no, it was after college. I was working downtown and I started drinking coffee. Hello, in no way affiliated. Pat Riley. Who's Pat Riley? Your name from the past. What's your story, Pat Riley? Am I reading anything these days? I'm actually not reading anything these days. I had 2 books. One was suggested to me, both were suggested by viewers. One was written by David Goggins, and he's just a little too hardcore for me. And his stories were a little too hardcore, and he just was the biggest badass that ever happened. And I'm not saying he may be the biggest badass that ever happened, but I have no desire to be the biggest badass that ever happened. So don't draw so much inspiration from his stories of badassness. And the other one was You Are Not Your Brain, which was probably a very valuable book, but I got them out at the same time and had to return them. I didn't read them both quick enough and had to. I intentionally returned the David Goggins book and was needed to return the You Are Not Your Brain. They didn't let me renew it. So no, I'm not reading anything these days. I'm proud to say I am reading absolutely nothing these days. Oh, wow. Janet disappeared when I shined the light on her. So did the other guy. Who Moved My Cheese is a great book, Batty Lynn. It's a great book and it's a quick read. Yeah, it's a great book. That's a good suggestion because it's super simple and a quick read. Well, James, thank you. Can we get a top 4 tour of the Appleton Library? Says Big Mayo. Pat Riley, but you've been on here before. Rain Man, go watch the video. It's on TikTok, and I have it pinned to the top. I don't know if it's inspiring, but I think it's really beautiful, and it's me telling the story of my brother Steve, and yeah, I think it's beautiful. If I had words of wisdom, what would they be? Just think of anything. Life's gonna throw you some curveballs and knock you down, but you get back up and you keep kicking ass. Julie says, Pat Riley's from around the area. I thought he was. Have I ever read George Orwell? No. And somebody said they're reading a Tiger by James Patterson. Is that fiction? He was the one that, did he write The Firm, James Patterson? I think he might have. Hello, JV Joe, how are you? George Orwell was 1984, I believe. I remember reading Who Moved My Cheese? Yeah, they gave it to us at work years ago. Again, it's a really good book, Who Moved My Cheese, and it's an easy read. Will I be raptured at the end of days? It's about Tiger Woods. Oh, I like Tiger Woods, Lisa Smith. But did James Patterson write The Firm? What? I know James Patterson. Will I be raptured at the end of days? I don't even know really what that means, but it sounds very painful. They are both conspiracies. You live in Fond du Lac. Oh, well, thank you, Pat Riley. Oh, you lived in Fond du Lac. That's how Julie Flanagan knows you, because, oh, John Grisham. But what did Patterson write? You're right, John Grisham wrote The Firm. But James Patterson, I've read something of him. I know the author, James Patterson, but I can't think of anything he wrote. But he wrote Tiger, apparently. It's about Tiger Woods, which would probably be interesting, because I loved Tiger Woods. I mean, not in a gay way, but just kind of loved him in a maybe sort of man crush way. He was really good at golf. No, I have not read that. Well, give me a James Patterson's book. Give me a book Patterson wrote other than Tiger, because I think I've read maybe several of his books, but I'm picturing it wrong. I got he and John Grisham confused. I got a guy I went to high school with that I think writes books with James Patterson. I mean, I'd call him a friend. I don't know if he's a friend. He probably was a friend in high school. But he's an author now. And I believe he writes books with James Patterson. And he's kind of a well-known author these days. He was a nice guy in high school, so I'm happy for him. Clara Weiss, do I take calls on this stream? No, I wouldn't even know how to take a call on this stream. I do not have a favorite Marvel character. I don't know who was Marvel and who was the other one. Could I write a book? I probably could. I have not. Maybe I don't care to, or I don't care to enough to do it. Probably takes more work than I wanted to commit to. I think I have a lot to say. I think I'm a good writer, but I've never actually done it. Maybe this is my book. What would it be about? I don't know. If I knew what it would be about, I probably would write it. Raw dog. By the way, raw dog. I was at work and somebody said that term the other day, or maybe it was a few weeks ago, and I heard what that meant. Good morning. What are my long-term goals in life? To change the world, to make the world a better place. Oh, we're going to talk about making the world a better place. Twice divorced. My biggest struggle right now is I have two beautiful little ones, and due to some of the unfortunate things that happen when one gets divorced, I'm not able to see them as often as I'd like. You'll laugh at me for saying this, but somebody brought up foster parenting yesterday. And when I was little, my parents had some foster kids that would live with us from time to time. And that seemed kind of intriguing to me. But somebody asked me what's my long-term goals in life, and I said, changing the world. And I want to make the world a better place. I know I make the world a better place. I hold doors open, I smile, I shake hands, and I encourage people. So I think that makes the world a better place. But if you needed to point a finger and a difference you made, I think being a foster parent for a kid that needs one would be a great thing to do. I'm not saying I'm going to, but I think it'd be neat. Yeah. So that's my long-term goal, to make the world a better place. And to catch up on editing my videos. I'm never going to. Maybe I need to just accept it. Oh, look at my shirt. It's so patriotic and comfy, all rolled into one. Shepherd Rose, how long have you been an account, Shepherd Rose? Is my shirt new? Yeah, I bought it for the 4th of July. What do I think about Al Bundy? I don't know, it was funny. That was a funny show. It was kind of a gross show. They were a grotesque family. It's what I think about Al Bundy. Yeah. Yeah. Coffee with Ken with a K. No, I actually asked AI about that, whether it's a better title for my show. Is it with a C or with a K? And they said with a C. That's about the only thing I've ever used AI for. Is my goal still to put this video on Spotify today? Can yesterday's show be a worthwhile Spotify podcast? I guess the only way to really know is find out. How long would it take for me to create a Spotify account? How expensive? Does it cost money? I'd be willing to do it. I've got $20 or $50. I could probably create an account. What did I write on this envelope? I wrote Spotify and iTunes. All right, Julie, I will. 5 minutes for Spotify, okay. Clara Weiss, how long has Clara Weiss been an account? She said she saw yesterday's show and it was very long. So in 5 minutes, I could create a Spotify account and figure a way to post yesterday's show. Andrew said 23 hours. I don't know what that means, Andrew. She's new, all right. Well, she's a fake account too. It's so funny, it's obvious. Anytime people go out of their way to throw a negative vibe at me, like she said, she saw yesterday's show and it was very long. You know, I did yesterday's show. I don't even remember if it was long or short, but that's all she could come up with. Yeah. And now, do I think my infatuation, Clara, how's your infatuation with social media? How's your infatuation with social media, Clara? Genghis Khan says, a big part of my show is the visual. It would be interesting to only hear it. Would be a lot different. He likes the power because he's a loser. You used to troll DSP Gaming, now I'm trolling. I don't know what that means. No Bruce Willis comments on Spotify. Do you feel amazing right now? Do I feel amazing right now? I don't think, I appreciate that question. I don't think amazing is the thing I feel right now. I mean, I woke up at 5. I get to work for several hours today. Not several, like 10. I mean, I appreciate the concept that I could feel amazing. But I'm not sure that amazing, I mean, I feel content. I feel a little hungry. I may even feel a little tired. I feel productive. I feel purposeful. I feel successful, happy, joyful, longing, but amazing. I'm not sure I quite feel amazing at this moment. You know what I mean? Like amazing. You almost have to have some real adrenaline to feel amazing, I think. Four Extras says, your therapist would say I'm great at expressing my emotions. I appreciate that, Four Extras. I think I am great at expressing my emotions. I think I'm in touch with how I feel. Like last night, I was worried, afraid, and a little sad. Yeah. But yeah, wow, we still got a great audience. We got 78 people watching. Wonder if we picked up a whole bunch of new subscribers today. Andrew, I appreciate you hopping on and cleaning up my account a little bit. Some people do provocative streams to garner attention and get viewers and invite trolls. My show isn't like that. No, my show's not like this at all. I don't know why it's provocative. I kind of think I'm sort of middle of the road. You know, I kind of think I'm just a guy. I think that's part of the charm. I'm just a guy. You know, I'm not super politically charged or super this or super that, but I have a positive vibe and a positive energy. And for whatever reason, I'm blessed. Somebody's going to hate this out there. But most people really like me. It's been my gift. I've always said, 90% of people really like me. 10% hate me. It's pretty good odds. It's a good grade. What would I tell a kid who decided to smoke grass and drink? Be careful. You do you, but I did that, and I don't think it was really a solution to the issues I was facing. I don't think I talk about advice, and people often will say, oh, Ken, you don't take advice. Well, do you? Does anybody? If I go, I could call Julie and say, hey, Julie, what do you think about this? Or what should I do here? And she'll give me advice. But when somebody tells you what you should do and you're not looking for advice, I think it's fairly offensive. So me telling a kid what he should do, that he shouldn't drink or shouldn't smoke is, I can tell him my experience and what I learned from life. But to tell somebody else what they should or shouldn't do doesn't make a lot of sense in my mind. What are my financial goals? I wouldn't say financial goals are high on my list. I think it's inevitable that I'm going to have a lot of money. But my goal isn't to have a lot of money. My goal is to change the world, to make the world a better place. To hold doors open, to encourage people, to help people with their mental health or their issues or their challenges they're going through. I think God has dealt me some challenges in life and given me the gift of communication and relatability that not many people have. And I'm going to use the challenges that I've faced as learning opportunities and opportunities to share my story with anyone that cares to listen. So I don't have great financial goals. You know, yeah, I don't want $1 million or a huge home. I might have $1 million or a huge home, but that's not a goal of mine. Again, my goal's to change the world. Oh, someone else. I appreciate that, someone else. I really appreciate you hopping on and saying that. Have I been to this state park? No, I've never even heard of that state park. Is that in Wisconsin? I went to one state park in Wisconsin. I think it was called High Cliff. I think I'm golfing with a friend next week here in Wisconsin. Buddy that I work with. He's supposed to be really good. I am not really good. Am I going to the Christian Music Festival in Oshkosh this weekend? I hadn't heard of it. I would love to. I would love to. It almost made me cry thinking that I won't go, because I think when I go to church and they play Christian music and I know the songs, I'll often cry because the words touch me so much. But I'm working all day today and all day on Sunday and a fair chunk of tomorrow. So I don't think I'll be able to go to the Christian Music Fest unless it's during the day tomorrow. Maybe I could for a little bit. I had never heard of it till this moment, so, and I know I'm scheduled to work. It's all day. I wonder if I could give up my shift tomorrow. You must try Yosemite, somebody said. It's the best, very beautiful. Well, that's a drastic change of subject from Life Fest, which apparently is a Christian music fest. Okay, even if. Lisa Smith, you told me that one before. But people say a lot of things, and I don't always remember it. Sometimes it takes a while for me to like a song. I would love it. Okay, Julie, I might try and go tomorrow. I might try and get out of work tomorrow so I can go all day and not be rushed. Yeah, I think I probably would. Again, I don't love like all Christian music. Sometimes at church they'll play like this poppy Christian song. It won't touch me at all. But then they'll play a song like, I don't know, Christ be magnified, and I'll be singing along with it. Or, I don't know, He won't, and I'll find myself singing along with it. Somebody says, oh, my audio's breaking up. Is it still? Sound is breaking up. I wonder why it was. Why was my sound breaking up? Could it have been the gimbal? Huh. Apparently my sound was breaking up. How long was it breaking up for? How long was it breaking up for? Damn gimbal. Maybe I should just get a new one. I said I should get a new one for like 3 weeks. All right, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. All right, well. Yeah. Sometimes in life that happens. Sometimes the sound goes bad. Was it because of the gimbal? How could the gimbal cause my sound to be breaking up? How could the gimbal cause my sound to be breaking up? I don't know that it could. Oh, did I draw the painting behind me? No, I did not. True, if I did buy a new gimbal, you wouldn't be able to flip now and then. But anyway, I've been talking for about 2 hours. That's crazy long for me. And it is Friday morning, it's 7:09. I get to go to work in 4 hours. I get to eat some peaches, bananas, some apples, some oranges, some other things this morning, and I'm excited about my day. And I hope you're excited, that you're excited about your day as well. I hope you had a great night's sleep last night. I hope you are enjoying your morning, enjoying your coffee, enjoying what's going to be a glorious day. And I hope you're feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.